And it is time to go. Right. Event kinda done. Just thought I'd jump in here so that I'm one of the first. But let's see. Who's here? Let's see what's going on. That was quite the event. Shot on iPhone, edited on Mac. Boom. Hello, who's here? Right. Peter, that'll be $20. Thank you very much. It is 7:39. That is 99 minutes. Boom. Cool. What an event though. What was everybody's favourite stuff? I think that was a pretty good one. Pretty good. Although, literally, Apple is behind because they've only just put up the health features for AirPods on the newsroom. There we go. Everything's starting to populate up now. Oh, hi, Ted. Ted's wandering around again. He's brought some cheese this time, so that's fun. Yeah, Apple Intelligence coming. Apple Watch Ultra, yeah, it's the same one, but they've just coloured it in black. Apple Watch Series 10, much nicer, and apparently has more stuff that it does, so that's good. Who was underwhelmed? Rob Lincoln is underwhelmed. What's up? Steve at Geeks Corner, how you doing? Naked Bananas, hello. Hello. Yeah, so I just jumped into Apple's newsroom to have a quick look through these things, mainly to remind myself on what's going on. I thought there was a lot more AirPods updates than we normally expect. That was pretty cool. So we started off with Apple Watch. We didn't get new Apple Watch SEs, which kind of was what we were thinking we probably wouldn't at this event, but maybe that could be like a spring one. Maybe they do like an SE event in the spring. That would be kind of cool. Like they do a Watch SE, the iPhone SE, maybe AirPods SE, and they bring back like the second generation design and do them for like $99. I don't know. I think that one might be dead. But yeah, something like that would be great. MacBook SE, M1 powered, old school looking MacBook Air. What do we think? iPhone 16 seemed brilliant, but Pro underwhelmed for the first time in years. May go standard plus and not Pro. Well, I'm definitely going Pro. I'm going Pro Max. I am going Pro Max. Confirmed. Because I get the extra storage, and I am going to want to play around, because I haven't had the 15 with the ProRes video and the USB-C and all of that sort of stuff. Did we get pricing for the iPods? No, there's no iPods. Was there iPods? Did I miss iPods? I don't think I would have missed out iPods. Naked Bananas Pro. AirPods Pro? Is that what you mean? AirPods Pro, they haven't released new ones. That's just feature updates. So yeah, all the AirPods Pro stuff that came, that was announced, that's not a new device. That is coming to anyone that's got AirPods Pro 2. So that's pretty cool. RXD Max says, most impressed by the AirPod Pro features as I age and love the iPhone Pro. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think the AirPods Pro stuff, there was a lot of stuff in there. And I think the hearing protection, probably the most interesting one for me. And actually, there's potential that would convince me to buy them, specifically with the job that I have now, where I'm walking in and out of bars all the time, and nightclubs and gigs and stuff. So the idea that the AirPods themselves would stay in my ears and reduce the volume of the world around me, like earplugs, but also let through conversations and also allow me to... And I don't like the idea of AirPods Pro, because I don't like, generally, the silicon tips. Sometimes they're okay, but sometimes you get that kind of, where you feel underwater, that kind of thing. But yeah. Uh, what have we got here in the chat? Ultra says, seems like a bust for anybody with a 14 Pro Plus or Ultra Watch Plus. Nothing compelling for upgrade. Well, I've got the 14 Pro, and there's massive reasons to upgrade. Number one, I'm going to the bigger size, which is going to have the biggest iPhone screen ever with the best battery life ever. And the iPhone 14 Pro battery is starting to suck quite hard at this point. I think all of the Apple Intelligence stuff, none of that comes to the 14 Pro, so definitely that's good. Apple Watch Ultra didn't get updated today, so no, there wouldn't be any reason to upgrade that today. I would say the Apple Watch Series 10 looks very nice. It doesn't look dramatically thinner to me. It doesn't look dramatically different to me. I think it's one of these ones where you have to see it in person, because obviously it's the scale. Prajesh in the chat, no iPad Mini 7. No, we are expecting that in October, not at this event. The same with the generation... Generation 11 of the base iPad. They would both be coming, we believe, in October. So stand by, you're okay. I also thought maybe during this event it might be called like the mini event or something. There might be a reference to mini in the thing if we're getting iPad Mini and Mac Mini, which is going to shrink to much smaller than before. They might do some sort of a pun with the naming of that event that's mini. So keep your eyes open for that. Let's see what else we got. I was surprised to see the AirPods Max at the event. Yeah, we got kind of semi-confirmation this morning from Gurman that was probably coming, even though they haven't really updated them. They updated them as much as they updated the Apple Watch Ultra 2, so they changed what colour it is. That's the only thing, really. And they drilled a different shaped hole in it for the USB-C, but that's all good. T. Andrew Caddick saying, I need more info on the $1,000 rebate. So that will be if you had the highest capacity Pro Max from last year, and it's in like mint condition. Otherwise, like trade-ins typically not a very good value in general. So almost certainly better to sell privately, unless you just don't want the hassle. But you will get more money from selling privately than you ever will with trade-in. So I would never recommend trade-ins, honestly. They finally made AirPods to be used as a hearing aid, having old relatives that struggle to hear. I'm surprised it's taken this long. The reason is they've needed to do it right, because just general as hearing aids, my hearing aids are like thousands of dollars, right? They're very expensive. $250, is it? $270 or something for AirPods Pro? That is an absolute steal, and you can recharge them every day. You can wear them when you want to. You wear one at a time, and they don't look like hearing aids, so winning. Yeah, that's really cool, very nice. Gary Lewis, sorry I missed you. Hello here from the United States of America on the east coast of my country. I did watch your free show, but didn't get a chance to chime in. Oh, okay. Happy that they have the A18 chips out. Yeah, it's cool. It was. Thank you for watching. Yeah, let's just jump in to some more of these questions as well, or comments. More comments, because I don't have more information than you, but I do have the Apple newsroom up here, so we can find some stuff out. Am I excited for the iPhone 16? I think the colours look really good. I think the new camera layout looks really good. I'm not getting the 16. I am getting the 16 Pro Max. Currently on the 11 Pro Max, did they say how much more battery life? Obviously, if you're on an older device, your battery's probably not in the best shape anyway, so it's probably going to be pretty good. It just said the best battery life ever in an iPhone, so I'm going to have a look. I don't think they've got all of the articles up here yet. Let's just give it a quick refresh and see if the phones are there now. Yep. So, if you're looking at the Pro Max... is it going to tell me? It might do on the front page, actually. Let's have a quick look on for iPhone 16 Pro. Let's go to that page. Learn more. Pre-orders are starting this Friday as expected. Shipping next Friday as expected. So that's all good. Oh, we've got a nice little film up there. That looks really nice. Strength Beauty Titanium. Yeah, we got the new colour that everyone expected. We got the new capture button on every device, which is pretty good. The base model 16 is incredible, says Sharon B. Oh, hello. We have Patreons in the chat. Excellent stuff. Have they finally made? Yeah, done that one. Don't know about those rebate numbers. They might be from carriers and not when you're buying. No, you do get the rebates. Those are like Apple's direct if you take them your old devices kind of things. So yeah, you can trade in your old device, but as I say, you will get more for it by going private. And yeah, I wouldn't do the trade in if I were you. I guess I'm not the cutting edge stuff for iPhone. Frankly, fell asleep during the phone portion. AirPods as hearing aids is really cool. Yes, I think the see, this is the thing. In your next comment, Rob, you're saying definitely losing hearing from years of running heavy machinery. So I was bartending for years, including in nightclubs, and noisy music, also not very good for your hearing. But not just it will help to, cover the fact that your hearing has been degraded, but also for people that are doing it now, they can potentially wear them and protect their hearing as well. So, we're a bit more aware of that kind of thing these days, which is good. The 2000 peak brightness is on the 16 Pro's new. I think it is. I think it was 1600 last year, so it is a little bit brighter. Disappointed with the AAA games, Tencent and War Thunder. I mean, yeah. Tencent is like AAA games maker. Call of Duty is them. There's so much stuff that they have a hand in. 33 hours of video playback on the Max. Jeez, that is pretty good. I love this new look camera, like the advanced camera. I'm not sure if that's the main camera app or if that was a new one. Didn't quite see that bit yet, but love it regardless. Any idea when iOS 18 will be available to the general public? Well, the version that's out now in public beta will be pretty much what you get. But I would guess it will be either the end of this week or possibly Tuesday next week. That tends to be the way. I would guess Tuesday. That tends to be the day that they release updates like that. And that means that there's then like 3 days where the servers are not getting hit that hard before everyone unboxes new telephones and starts trying to activate them. So, it takes a little bit of the pressure off for those guys. I will be getting the 16 Plus, says Mark Games. Very good. Very good. I like it a lot. But yeah, I think it's a good update. Yeah, I think the photographic styles stuff looked really good. I really like that pad style thing where you could kind of move your hand around and adjust a bunch of different settings at the same time. I'm wondering if the A18 and A18 Pro are made exactly the same and they just disable a GPU core if there's a damaged one. I think that may be what it is. I think the A18 is a binned version of A18 Pro. But, fine. Yeah, up to 4 hours more battery life on the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. And faster wireless charging up to 25-watt wireless charging. That's up from 15. That's really good. I'm pleased with it. And those bezels look razor thin as well. Beats are doing iPhone cases. Really? That's cool. Like, I'm down with that. I might have missed that if they were talking about it. Natural and white titanium are a bit different from the 15 Pros. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the colours properly. I've only actually looked at the weirdly bronze one. What did they call it? The bronze phone? I don't know. Oh. Pricing? Let's do pricing. They'll probably show us the colours there. So yeah, Pro Max, this is what I'm having. Oh yeah, the white does look good. I might go white this year. I've always gone dark. Although I've got the purple 14 Pro because it was just the coolest color. Seems that Apple is leaning in on replacing Red digital cameras. Red are struggling at the minute. Didn't they put out a 12K camera announcement and then never actually get round to it? It seems. I thought the floating island was supposed to disappear, but it was there during the games. I have a 13 Pro Max, so I'm on the fence. No, the dynamic island was never going anywhere. I would say I'm quite happy with keeping the dynamic island, and I know I'm kind of in the minority on this one. Oh, hello.
Hi.
What do you need?
Olive, 2.4.
2.4. Okay. One sec, guys. I'll be right back. We have a low glucose alarm. One moment. And we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, having a child with diabetes, sometimes you have to just run off and give them chocolate and stuff. But there we go. Natural titanium, desert titanium, white titanium. Yeah, I do quite like the white one this year, I think. Yeah. Right, what else have we got in the chat? Sorry about that. Hi, Sharon. Mark Games, yeah, he's fine. He's not even showing any symptoms. It's just a case of you have to go and do it when you have to go and do it. And the tech for it now is so good. It tells me, and I was checking his number, on my wrist, on my Apple Watch. So, all very good. And at some point, Apple may well do this blood glucose thing on the Apple Watch where he can wear his own one and it can tell him instead of having a thing stuck in his arm. But for now, that's where we are. Loving the colours on the new iPhone 16s. I've got to say, that ultramarine blue, very good. Gives me another way to tie in my my new channel, which I think I've mentioned to some people, iCaveDave. So that is going to be where I do my wargamey stuff, Warhammer stuff. Anyone that wasn't here in the previous, before we did it, I painted my first models in 15 years, and I'm super proud of myself. And yes, it is going to be full of Apple references. The chapter is going to be called The Midnight Titans, from Cupertinus, of course. So I think that's going to be good fun. Yeah. So 33 hours on the Pro Max versus 29 hours on the 15 Pro Max video playback. Looks like 2000 nits is not new and specifically only for active outdoors on the last 3 generations of Pro iPhone. Yeah, the peak stuff, I mean, I don't think you really need it that bright anyway, to be fair. It just blows your face off. Any ideas of the release, candidate release time for the iOS 18? As I said a little bit earlier in the stream, you might not have been here yet. Probably Tuesday, I would guess. It normally comes out a few days before the phones themselves, just so that people can get updated, and it keeps the fun going online with people looking at different stuff. Naked Banana saying he loves the colours too on the 16s. Yeah, I mean, they look really sexy. I'll be getting a new iPhone this year as I'm getting fed up with carrying a battery bank around with me, as my current iPhone battery lasts about half the time it did when brand new. Yeah, which iPhone are you using? What are you on now? Oh, it released just now. iOS 18 is out now. Is it? Cool. I mean, I've been using it for a bit. I'm still on the developer betas, but yeah, cool. If it's already out, amazing. Let's have a quick check and see if they've put that in the newsroom already. Ultra 2 in black, no, groundbreaking health, headphones. Apple Sports is ready for the football season. Exciting. Everyone's favourite Apple app, Apple Sports, which just gives you scores, and that's all. Yeah, so I guess the newsroom guys have been busy. They've put up all the articles now, so that's great. But yeah, I all in all, I thought this was a pretty good event. I'd rather get the iPhone 16 Plus. That's fair enough. I do actually think I think the Pro Max is the one that I want. Yeah, I want the big old battery. I want the big old screen, and then I'm gonna have a tiny little iPad as well, and everything will be great. I'm gonna keep stick with the Apple Watches that I've got right now. So I've got 2 Apple Watches. My strategy with it is, because the battery in it sucks, I just have 2 and swap them out. So I've got a first generation SE, which I got on the day it arrived, and I've got this one, which is my Series 7, and this one is that I bought it used, and it was like 160. But the battery in it sucks, so I just swap them. When one is starting to drop down, I put it on charge and put the other one on, and the phone deals with it, so it's great. But I would be interested in the SE when that comes out, if it's cheaper and if it's plastic, because I kind of like the idea of a plastic one. Looks like Wi-Fi 7 on the Pro phones and some big updates on the front camera not mentioned at the event. That would be good. I think the selfie camera is like undervalued. And not specifically for people taking selfies, but also videos. You know, people that make TikToks typically are using that camera because they're making them solo and they're looking at themselves while they're doing it. They want to make sure that they're framed up. So, yeah, make that camera as good as the ones on the other side, as far as I'm concerned. Laughingly, my iPhone still claims to have 80% battery health, which is just a joke. It's an iPhone 8 Plus. I mean, my 14 Pro has got 86%, which is a little upsetting. Any insights in the hearing capability of the new AirPods Pros? Thoughts? I think it's really interesting, and I've said on the stream a little bit earlier, I think the hearing protection part is actually the more interesting bit. I think that's the bit where it's going to just basically temper sounds that's coming in, and use slight transparency to just bring the volume down. I think that's a really clever idea. The AirPods 4 have ditched MagSafe. They haven't. They might not have the magnets in them, but Qi and Qi 2 is MagSafe. I think they've moved over to the Apple Watch charger as the primary one, which is magnetically attached. And if you put it onto it can't magnetically attach to an Apple Watch charger and a MagSafe, I don't think. The base AirPod 4s don't get wireless charging, I don't think, and just the ones with ANC do. But they can use either a MagSafe charger, but just without the magnets, or an Apple Watch charger, or a general Qi pad, I believe. Does anyone know what digital zoom is for the 16 Pro Max? Last year it maxed out at just 25x. Thing is, the more digital zoom you give something, the worse the picture looks, so you might as well just take a photo and crop it and then blow that up. It's going to be the same. So iOS 18 will essentially be everything except Apple Intelligence. iOS 18 includes Apple Intelligence if you're on a 15 Pro or above. If you're on a 15, you don't get Apple Intelligence. But yeah, there will also be the new camera apps and stuff will only come on the new phones, I would guess, or at least initially, or certain aspects of it. And obviously you've also got things like that capture button looks even better than we expected as well. I love the fact that you can use it to swipe between different features in the camera. I think that was really good. I think that was really cool. Denith969, I was so disappointed. No M4 Mac Mini announcement. I want that so bad. That's October. That's always been October. That's never been expected for this event. But we have got another event coming next month, or possibly early November. But I think mid to late October is most likely. But don't lose hope. It's definitely coming. It's on the way. Just chill. You're all right. And of course, the best iPad, the iPad Mini, will also get updated at that event, which will be great as well. I run a lawnmower for my job. It would be very useful having hearing protection. Yeah, great. Awesome. I thought Apple Intelligence will be in beta starting in October. Yes, Apple Intelligence is coming next month. It is technically beta, but it's coming to all the devices. It is opt-in, I believe. And it's starting with certain features and then more rolling out later, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I think a really good event overall. There was more in it than I kind of expected. It went on a little bit longer than I expected. It was well over 90 minutes, right? That was 99 minutes. Sorry, Peter. Yeah. It's a good event. I liked it a lot. Yeah. Anyone got any questions? Because I understand that sometimes these things can go on if we've not got anything to chat about. I'm going to watch the event again, and I'm probably going to make a video tonight and put that out on the channel. I'm sure other people will already have put their videos out. I think the AirPods Max update was slightly underwhelming, and I think Twitter agreed. I'm still not calling it X. I think Twitter agreed. Basically, they've repainted that. Well, not repainted that anodized aluminium, but they've recolored them and they have put a different connector on it, and that seems to be about it. I don't think there's even any new software features. But in all honesty, it's okay. Yeah, it means I'll be able to get some Lightning ones really cheap, which is fine. Like, it's a charging cable. I don't know why everyone was so excited about it getting USB-C. It doesn't really matter. It's just a charger. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But this has been fun. I really enjoy doing these, and I'm happy to stay if people have got questions. If the chat's going to die though, and people don't actually want to talk to me, then I will also just bugger off, because that's fine too. But the 15 Pros get Apple Intelligence features now or also in October. The 15 Pros will also get it when it rolls out officially, but if you want to use it before, you can go onto the beta versions, which is basically iOS 18.1, and then you are able to sign up for it if you are using US English. The fact that we're going to get it in UK English by December is actually quicker than I expected as well. So I will probably just change my language over to US English so that I can play with it, because I want to be, showing you guys what we can do, and I'll be doing it straight away as well once I get the 16 Pro Max. Oh, it's nice to think that I'm going to have a fresh iPhone, because at the minute my wife's one is newer than mine, and that's upsetting. But yeah, the Apple Intelligence beta will go that way, but that's like beta for the general public without installing a beta. That's like beta like Siri was beta for 7 years, that kind of thing. Yeah, I've not gone anywhere. Don't worry, Mark. I'm not gone anywhere. The 16 Pro Max does not have HDR video front camera. Okay, really? That's weird. They take it off. Naked Bananas, thank you very much for coming. Much love. Yeah. Yeah, very strange that they'd take that off. Is that not necessarily just like an omission on the list? Let's have a look. Let's learn more. Is that in compare, like tech specs or something? Let's have a look. Let's do the view. Is it view? No, not view price. hard to find things when it's just arrived on here. iPhone 16 Pro. Is that the page I was already on? Yes, probably. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Yes, that's why you just had the cards. Don't need any more at the minute. Okay, so
No.
I think, right, let's have a quick look here.
Fair.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's not fair.
You're not sorry.
I am a little bit.
No, you're not.
Oh. Normal iPhone 16 also has. Why is it that YouTube puts the little heart in the chat over the last word? Yeah, I've got a feeling that it is probably still HDR, but they've probably forgotten to write it down. True depth camera. Yeah, it doesn't say it, but it's very strange. Oh no, Smart HDR5, true depth camera. Boom, done. Front facing camera has got it. Mark Games, when you say my son is growing up so fast, that is my older son. And earlier we had the younger son. He's not grown up 3 years in the space of this live stream. That would be weird. But yes, we do have. I'm just looking at the iPhone 16 Pro page right now, and the True Depth camera, which is the FaceTime camera, does indeed have Smart HDR5. So we're okay. We're good. And Dolby video recording. And a bunch of other. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you need?
I just want to change something.
Go and have a look.
No, I already did.
So what do you want?
Dunno.
Useless. Right. Mark, I'm on the tech specs page and it says HDR5. Sorry. Yeah. My volume is way too low, is it? Are you sure it's not your end? Because I thought mine was pretty good, because I am clipping. So, I don't think it's too low, but maybe I'm speaking too quietly. Okay. Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Right. I have a camera and a great lens. It's that good. I'm thinking, get the phone instead and trade it off. Oh, King Besley, you're thinking of getting rid of your regular camera to use an iPhone, yeah? So, let me put it this way. When the iPhone 12 Pro came out, I got rid of my actual camera to make all my YouTube videos because it was better. So, yeah, I think that's definitely doable. That's definitely doable. Let's see what else we got here. I like that the Pro and Pro Max have the exact same features. Yeah, obviously bigger battery, bigger display. But that's kind of the way it should be, I think. And you get more storage with the Pro Max as well. But you're paying for it, so. Right. Oh, interesting. The faster MagSafe looks to work with the current charging puck. It just needs a different charging brick on it. Oh, okay. What will I be buying? Oh, Jules! Hello, buddy. 16 Pro Max in white titanium. That is the plan. No problems. Just cranked my 8,000 amp power supply speakers up to the max. Amazing. Sorry. There you go. Sound level's okay on your end. Oh, sorry if I've just blown anyone's ears out then. Looks like a new generation of ceramic shield glass on the screens as well. Yeah, so this remains to be seen if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because ceramic shield is very good for not having phone displays break, not shatter. It's very rare nowadays to see an iPhone with a shattered screen, but they scratch so much easier because they've had to use, basically, they've balanced between broken display and scratchy display, because you can't have both. That's how it works. If you make it harder, it becomes more brittle. If you make it more malleable, it won't shatter when you drop it. That's what happens. But it means that it'll also scratch a little bit more. But yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see what actually comes to these, what it's going to be like. Do we need a screen protector? Like, I'm not someone that likes a glass screen protector, but then I also ruined the display on my 14 Pro within about a week of getting it because I had it in my pocket with my previous phone, and the camera module on the old phone is very, 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 very hard and scratched the display lots. So that was sad. But I won't make that mistake again. I do quite like having like a matte plastic screen protector. I quite like the matte feel a little bit more. You don't get the fingerprints as much either. So that's my kind of perfect level. But I've also done a little partnership which will be featuring soon with Clean My Tech. So we'll have lots of stuff for cleaning your devices really nicely. And AirPods, which get so gross if you don't have the right stuff. Anyway, yeah. Just wiping the blood from my ears. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Nemesis has ordered a new... well, you can't have ordered it yet. It's not gone on sale yet. It goes on sale on Friday, I think. Or maybe that one does, because it's not actually a new device, it's just a new colour. On the fence for my 16 Pro Max, might just wait for next year's iPhone redesign. So next year, the slim iPhone is what we're expecting. But, probably. I mean, it's only going to have one camera as well, so it's going to be a lot of... it's going to have a lot of differences, like a lot of compromises, I think, to get that thin. So yeah, at $11.99 US, a case is a must. I mean, to be fair, I've used a case on the 14 Pro from the day it arrived as well, and I've never been a case person before. I've always, like when I had the 12 Pro Max, did not have a case on it. This one, I had the Pitaka case, which is like the aramid fiber, like carbon fiber kind of thing. It's about 8 grams. The thing weighs nothing, and it's great. What would you have wanted to see in the announcement that didn't happen? The iPad Mini, but that's going to be in the next one, so that's okay. I don't mind. There wasn't actually anything I thought we were particularly missing. AirPods Max getting lossless would have been a really good idea, or at least give us the option to plug it in and get lossless. But yeah, nothing crazy. No minis, no product red. Pass yet again. Do you mean like iPhone minis? They died because nobody bought them, so they went to bigger ones again. And now they're going even bigger, and now I'm buying it. So yeah, product red. Maybe they'll do that as a mid-season refresh, but they don't seem to be doing product red as much these days as they used to. That does seem to have kind of dropped off a little bit. I did like the red watches though. That was a good look. First time in years, not looked forward to today. AirPods, the best thing today. Looking forward to the hearing test for the AirPods Pro 2. That was a highlight for me. It was really good, though. I'm on text saying iPhone Slim is essentially the new SE. No, because there's going to be a new SE, which is going to be based on the iPhone 12 kind of design. So it will be Face ID and all that sort of stuff, and still like down to one camera. But yeah, from a camera point of view, maybe. But I think they might put like a very good camera on it, which you can then, they were talking about cropping in and being able to do a lot more with the cameras that they've got on the 16. I think maybe this is preparing us for the fact that this slim premium phone, whatever they call it, whether it's going to be Air or Ultra, it's not going to be called iPhone Slim because that's a stupid name. But yeah, I think that's what they're probably preparing us for. It's okay for sound round mine. Good. Curious to know if the new iPad Pro will be compatible with severe deafness like me, or is it just a... Or is it just a combination with the new hardware. I'm not sure. With the new AirPod Pros, compatible with severe deafness. Probably not. It's a software add-on. It's not. There is no new hardware for the AirPods Pro. That is not what they were announcing today. The AirPods Pro are, in fact, it's still the second generation. They haven't changed them at all. There was no new, no new hardware for the AirPods Pro. That is purely software updates that they were talking about today. The Feed Rocket, that's a new name on me. Thank you very much for being here. No screen protector or case for years. No cracks after multiple drops. Had it slide across black top, but I'm always very lucky. Fair enough. Days in the Rain, iPad Mini 7, question mark. Not yet. That's going to be October. That's what we were expecting as of this sort of last week. The German has told us that that's when it's coming. So, yeah, sorry. I want to see the M4 Studio / Pro, but it sounds like 9 to 10 months away. I think it will be a little bit sooner than that. I think it's going to be this side of Dub. I think maybe they'll do a May event again. But yeah, it's not just around the corner. Isn't product red usually a spring refresh colour? It can be. It has been in the past. It's not usually. It's just kind of randomised which colours they do there. So we've had green there for the Pros before. We've had purple for the iPhone 12 and 12 mini. What else have we had? I think the 13 might have had red at that event. But yeah, it sometimes is, sometimes it isn't. It's not like a standard thing that they do it there. They didn't drop the new Mac Mini, but doesn't that traditionally happen in October? Yes, exactly. Yeah, Max is going to be another event. Mac Mini, iPad 11, MacBook Pro, M4 Pro, M4 Max, new iMac with M4 as well, is what we're hearing. So it's going to be another good event. To be fair, we haven't got to worry about any AirPods at that event now, which we were kind of expecting that the AirPods Max might be coming then. I don't think we were expecting any AirPods Pro updates, and to be fair, the only updates that we got were software, so we didn't actually get AirPod Pro updates, but I think everyone got excited when Tim said updates across the AirPod range. And the AirPods Max was minimal, and AirPods 4... everyone was going, but we haven't even seen the new design yet. It's because there isn't one. It's the same design as the AirPods 3. They've just added a couple of features, which is nice. It's always nice to get new features. Just getting some paint pens going for the boy. There we go. So yeah. AirPods with a hearing aid is a huge game changer. Yeah, we've heard this was going to be coming. Hearing aids cost a fortune and not always that good. Yeah, the audio quality on these is probably going to be amazing as well. But yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a really cool feature, and I think they're going to sell like. I couldn't believe they said that the AirPods Pro are the best-selling AirPods. I was like, surely the cheap ones, but no. Apparently it's those, and I've never owned AirPod Pros. What iPhone iteration would you suggest upgrading to the 16 from? Well, I do it on a 2-yearly basis just because that's the phone contract that I've typically had in the past. This year I'm buying outright, so I'm not doing it on a contract. I'm going to like a very cheap like SIM-only deal, but still with lots of data and stuff, so that's all fine. Apple Intelligence coming to the UK in December. You can get Apple Intelligence in the UK from October as soon as it's released in general, but it will be based on US English and not UK English is the only difference there. So that's definitely a bit annoying, but you can definitely do it. It will come localized to UK English in December, is what they're saying. So that's good. That's fine. I want a 2 terabyte. Hang on. So you were talking about the Mac Mini. So a 2 terabyte Mac Mini M4 true 3 nanometer. The M3 is true 3nm, but they didn't make a Mac Mini with it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm hoping the new desktops will have black color options. Yeah, that would be cool. I would like it if they did. I wouldn't be mad even if the Mac Mini that shrinks down actually gets the same black as like Apple TV, or also does double duty as an Apple TV that's just got like bags of power if you want to play games on it, and like Mac games. That would be fine. iMac is the one that everyone wants in a dark colour though, and I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know if they will. Sometimes taken on the SE4, only having one camera was to indicate that the owner is too poor to own Vision Pro, so doesn't need recording in 3D. Who's Sometime? I don't know that guy, but that sounds quite funny. But yeah, obviously, if you've got an SE anything, you're poor like me with my watch. I'm disappointed that they haven't integrated the AirPods Max with the Vision Pro. I don't think a human neck could support that much weight. I think you'd need to be like a Formula 1 driver or something along those lines where you do specific neck training and they're trying to pull your head off with an elastic band to be able to support both an aluminium Vision Pro on your face and also AirPods Max, which also weigh far too much. But I'm also kind of tempted to look for some used AirPods Max with the Lightning one, because I don't care about the Lightning port. That's fine. Don't care. Yeah, this is going to be an expensive time of year for me, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what else we got here. I was hoping the iPhones would come in the same colours as AirPods Max. The orange and purple are stunning. Yeah, I think we might see those colours come with the iPad Mini. That might be good. But yeah, I don't know why Apple can't do colour matching of things. It's very strange. Even their own white from event to event changes. It's beyond me. IKEA's managed it for years. IKEA can colour match stuff across decades. Let's see what else we've got. Powerhouse performance is what I'm after, says King Benz. So I think we're talking about the M4s there again. I don't expect the Mac Pro to have colour options, but Space Gray Studio and Mini could be likely. Yeah, I mean, they could do, but also I get it more with the MacBooks to have different colours, because it's more of a fashion item when you're out and about. If it's going to be on or / under your desk, does it matter? Is it really I mean, it's nice that they look nice, but does it really matter? Maybe we'll talk to D-Brand and see if they'll do skins for them in every colour. Or, like, there's a place in the UK that does really cool skins. I think they're up towards, like, Blackpool. I might talk nicely to them, see if they can do something for us. It won't let me order the phone. Well, no, because it's not the orders start on Friday, mate. I'll definitely go Space Grey. I think it makes them look like a stealth bomber. Yes, it does. Lightning for cheap. Yes, exactly. On the AirPods Pros, AirPods Maxes, whatever they're called, I don't care. The big ones, they're over the ear like this. Yeah, just get the Lightning ones. Lightning's fine. Like, it's fine. How much difference does it make? Mark Gaines, what time on Friday? I would guess if you're in the UK, it's going to be around about 1 or 2 p.m. So it's normally like 6 a.m. in Cupertino, I think. So, yeah, because all the Americans always complain about it, and we go, what do you mean? It's lunchtime. It's great. Thoughts on the refresh for AirPods Max? I think it's a huge disappointment. Well, yeah, it would be if it wasn't exactly what we expected, though. Every leak, every rumor has said the update is going to be, it's going to have a USB-C shaped hole in it and probably a different color, and that's what we got. So, I mean, expectations were as managed as they can be, which is, yeah, it's annoying. It would be great if they were better. It would be great if Apple did an over-the-ear headphone that didn't cost £550, but they don't. So if you want that, you could go to Beats. And yes, there is a child wandering around. he lives here. Apparently, I'm not allowed to restrain him. They would need 2 different processes to colour match perfectly across mediums, plastic, titanium, and aluminium. And if Apple can't match it all perfectly, they just won't do it. Yes, but they do a lot of aluminium stuff, and they could just have the aluminium things in the aluminium colour scheme, and the titanium things in the titanium colour scheme, and the plastic things in just white, apparently, is all they do. I know a lot of people as well have been concerned that, like, a plastic Apple Watch, I think that should definitely come in colours, because that would be the point of doing it. But they were like, oh, it's not going to be durable enough for something that's on your wrist and, like, you bash against stuff. How many times have you dropped your AirPods? Because genuinely, good. Because genuinely, like, if these things don't crack when you're throwing them around and, like, dropping them on the floor, you drop on the floor, they pop open and the AirPods go flying. But nothing disappears. Like, nothing. I've never seen anyone actually break one of these, unless they were, like, literally trying to force it open to specifically, like, look at the batteries or do a tear down of some sort. But yeah, every previous colour for Max has been continued. No more white colour now. Nope, that's true. So you can tell who the poor people are that still like Lightning, like me. That's probably why my GIF is saying don't sell the camera, so I don't have a better phone. Fair enough. I'm saying GIF as well. Sorry, I know it's a GIF that you're dating. Sorry, you've been dropping in and out. Been cooking and tending to a sick teenager. I'm sorry to hear that. I think I'll go with the natural titanium. That way, if the process they use to create those colours have issues, it won't matter with my colour choice. Yeah, that was my thought with the iPhone 5 when it came out, because it was aluminium, and I was like, this is going to chip and wear and stuff, because I'd been using paintball guns for ages. So, yeah. Mark Games, I've used 70 gigs of my 256. I should get the 128, thinking of starting fresh. I mean, yeah, but it depends what you're gonna be taking, because if you've got an older phone, it's taking smaller video files and smaller photos and things. So, yeah, I went from a 256 on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which my dad now uses, to a 128 last year, and I got to about 30 gigs free. So, yeah, I've probably used about 90, 95, 96. But I also film, all of my videos used to be filmed onto the iPhone and went straight up to iCloud, and now I tend to use continuity camera, which I'm using right now, and it just goes straight onto the Mac for editing, and then it gets dumped off onto the backup drive. So, or just delete it, because honestly, I make news videos mainly. I'm not going to need to be able to go back through old footage. It's like, it's going to be fine. Definitely thinking about finally updating my iPhone 11 Pro for a 16 Pro. I was underwhelmed by the 15, so doing it now. Do it, eh? Do it, eh, Hughes? Yeah, with Apple Intelligence and stuff, that's gonna, like, it's gonna completely transform the way you use your phone, I think, or, like, at least add masses of new features compared to what you have right now. So yeah, do it, and you'll be blown away by the cameras with that kind of a gap as well. 5-year gap, good. The Lightning AirPods Max are on sale, 18% off now on Amazon. Yeah, I've seen them down for like less than 300, lightly used. So I'll be much happier with that sort of number. I reckon I can get some for about 200. That's going to be my, like, break point. Right. I have the 15 Pro Max. Oh, okay. Fair. So it's not massively different on the images. Yeah, if you can get away with 128, go for 128, by all means. My colour choice will be dictated by the best case colour match I can get. I prefer the Rhino Shield bumpers, which are really protective but leave the back open so you can appreciate the colour. Oh, I've seen those ones. They're pretty good. They're the ones that, like, kind of crisscross over, I think, right? Matthew Melton, Apple really needs to do something with the iPad OS. No, they don't. The M4 iPad is too overpriced and overpowered for the limiting iPad OS. Do you think they've topped out the hardware for what the software can do? No. This is an argument that comes up all the time, and I've made entire videos about it. And this is obviously not aimed at you, but the argument of this, the M4 is basically what an iPad chip would always have been. This is not a chip that is too powerful for an iPad. This is an iPad chip that is powerful enough now to run Macs. That's what we're talking about. The M1 is the A14X. The M2 is the A15X. The M3 is the A16X, and the M4 is actually the A18X because I don't. There might be one that's out in there, but yeah, it's an iPad chip. So it's absolutely perfect for the iPad. And the argument that the chip is now too powerful for what iPadOS can do is basically like saying there's no point in having a PC chip that's faster than an i3, but they make i9s. Like, you can run the same software on both of these chips, but one will run much faster. That's basically what it comes down to. And if people want to have the speed, that's all good. Yeah, this is don't worry. Being the first time on the channel, it's not a problem at all. But yeah, this is my argument on it. Is like, yeah, faster chips do the same things but faster. Like, that's what they should do. With the iPad, you are getting more different features by having an M chip in there. So you get your you get Stage Manager, and you get the Pro apps. So you do get things like Final Cut and Logic and those kind of things, which I can understand not necessarily needing to be able to have on the base iPad that they put into schools, but iPad Mini, Air, Pro should all be able to run those because they're in the premium set of iPads. I do think the iPad Pro is too expensive. I don't think it should have keyboards. But yeah, I think the iPad just needs to refocus a little bit and be more about art than anything else. And Thunderbolt says, I'm anti. Yeah, it should, because you should be able to. I think you should be able to shoot just as good video on an iPad as you can on an iPhone, because that would make a great rig setup for the people that are doing the pro stuff, like they were showing in the iPhone event with the Weekend. What do you think? I went with the iPad Air M2 for the aforementioned reason, and it's a great device, and yes, it is probably enough power for almost anything that you will do on an iPad, but you can still remember that if you'd bought the M4 version, A, it's nice and skinny and sexy looking, and B, it would render out videos quicker if you're doing video editing on it. It would, basically anything that you do on it will just be done faster. So yeah. But that's the thing. I'm also using a 27-inch iMac over here from 2013, which runs the games that I want absolutely fine. It's got an SSD hanging off the back of it. It runs fairly modern macOS absolutely fine. Computers do not decline in the way that they used to anymore. They keep going for much, much longer. Also, if you want to keep all your old photos and videos go bigger, yes, but I would say if you use multiple Apple devices, it's much better to go for iCloud storage, which is then shared across all of your devices, and all of your photos are then available on all of your devices, and you don't have to keep sending them, airdropping them, all that kind of stuff. And then you're using up multiple devices storage. So iCloud is not the ideal solution if you have one device, but iCloud is definitely the right solution if you have, like me, lots. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this one up because we've been going for about an hour. It's been really fun. Thank you all for being here. If you've got any questions you want me to answer on the event going forward, slap them down in the comments section with hashtag iCaveAnswers, because that's how I find the ones to answer. And that's how we're going to do it. So thank you all for being here so much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for making this part of my experience for the night. And I'm going to go and watch the event again and make some videos. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.